Little baby Berkeley's head is a bit flatter on the left side than on the right. It's a condition called plagiocephaly.
You can see it a little bit over here. It's a little bit flatter on this side and a little bit rounder on this side.
And this side is flatter.
Well, first of all, we all know what cephaly is. It's the head, okay? So we have to add something in front to describe the head. So the term that we use is plagiocephaly, which just means abnormal shape.
Have you done physical therapy or did Dr.
Berkeley's positional plagiocephaly is caused partly by a tightening of her neck muscles on one side. It causes her to favor looking and sleeping in one direction.
The skull, even though it's bone, in a very young child is still moldable. A deep sleeper will pick one position, they get used to it, and they sleep that way. So they stay in that position, and that accentuates the deformity.
Today at UCLA, Berkeley's mom is learning a few basic exercises for her baby that should help.
To stretch the muscle, you have to stretch it like this, and you have to stretch it this way because the muscle runs this way.
Another common cause of plagiocephaly stems from the rule that parents should always put their babies to sleep on their backs to avoid sudden infant death or SIDS. But that made the back of baby Finley's head flat. Moms are often advised to reposition babies in bed with pillows filled with rice as props, but baby Finley needed a helmet.
Initially, it was as flat as a board in the back, and then it started kind of rounding out a little bit, but we noticed that the right side was still kind of flat.
Dr. Marinda, too, shows us how the helmet works.
Sometimes when the plagiocephaly is really significant, and we've tried some conservative measures like just changing sleep position, things like that. And this helmet actually helps to improve and round out the head shape when the baby has a flat head from lying on the back so much. So the helmet works not by pushing the head and reshaping it, but it basically takes the pressure off the back of the head, the flat area. And as the baby's head is growing, they're able to fill in this area that's more rounded and then have a round head.
Babies with plagiocephaly should see a doctor to make sure the condition is not something more serious and for treatment to be the most effective.
Well, you want to treat it when the skull is growing most rapidly, which means when the brain is growing the most rapidly, which is the first 18 months of life.
The helmet is working great for baby Finley, and Mom can't wait for her baby's hair to grow long enough for pigtails.
She's had it for 2 weeks only, and we've already seen a big improvement on the back of her head. It barely looks flat at all anymore.
And little Berkeley is making progress too.
I just want her to be strong and healthy and thrive. So I want her to be as comfortable as possible and to be happy.